it's a test drive, I know it's going to be a pretty good day. And when it's a hot hatch, well, things are getting much hotter all of a sudden. Welcome to Abarth 595 Pista, ladies and gentlemen. But when you hear what's under the bonnet of this Italian 1.4 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, 160 horsepower, your mood might suddenly shift and you might just turn your nose up. But hear me out, this car is very lightweight, 1,045 kilograms. So you know you could chuck it around and all of a sudden your hopes to have plenty of fun are up. So let's take a short drive and see what this feisty Italian is all about. But before we do, let's take care of our housekeeping, shall we? After all, a tidy home is a happy home. So depending on which country you live in, there are two body types. There is the hatchback and there's also the cabriolet. Again, depending on which country you live in, there are different versions. I've got the Pista with me today, there's the Competizione and a couple of other ones. All are petrols, all are 1.4 litres. It's just a question of how much horsepower you can suck out of the engine. I've got 160 horsepower and I've been looking at the Abarth UK website. Oh God, help me looking at the car manufacturer websites. They aren't exactly error-free, are they? Anyway, the closest I could find is 165 horsepower. And after all, the more the merrier, isn't it? And this vehicle is priced at just under £20,000 in the UK. Not bad. Anyway, speaking of petrols, let's have a look at fuel economy. So I do have a heavy right foot, very heavy sometimes. I enjoy prolonged periods of time in a second gear. And all I'm using is actually under 9 litres. It's not bad, but it's not great. But then again, you don't really buy this kind of a car to save on fuel. Of course not. You buy this kind of a car to have plenty of fun. Come on. But anyway, on practicality, visibility in this car is very good. You've got this big rear window. You see everything there is to see. So yes, fun and practicality. There you go. So all 595s are front-wheel drive and they're very easy to handle and to drive. Whether you decide to trot around town, have a little bit of fun on a curvy road, it handles beautifully. Now let's talk about comfort and suspension. It is a little bit bumpy, it is a little bit noisy. I mean, you don't exactly buy a hot hatch for comfort, do you? Of course not. And you don't buy Italian car for comfort, do you? No, you buy it for its blood, for its sportiness, for its spirit. Exactly what you're getting here. Actually, it is a little bit of a fake Italian because although designed in Italy, it's been manufactured right here in Poland. Yes, Polish gypsies have dipped their fingers into building this car and they've done a pretty good job actually. In fact, I was meant to visit the Abarth factory, but then all of a sudden one day an unexpected and very unwelcome guest has knocked on our doors and entered without permission and decided to, stick around for quite some time. It's called COVID-19 and yes, this was all over. But anyway, another day, another time. Right, let's inspect the cabin. This is actually a 4-seater. Well-ish, because the back space is just about good enough for small children, or you can also carry your chihuahua. I'll be more than happy, but that's about it. I like these sporty bucket seats. You've got Alcantara running across the back. Here you have regular cotton. I do like to see Alcantara running across the entire seat, but hey, they had to cut costs somewhere. Now the quality of the materials, the finishing is pretty good. I mean, a bit of plastic, fantastic, but this is to be expected. But where your hands touch, meaning the steering wheel, the gear lever, the handbrake, this is all nice and soft leather. Lovely touch. Now onto infotainment system. Well, let me put it this way. I've seen better ones. It's a little bit slowish, it's a bit sluggish. But you can plug in your iPhone and that'll solve the problem to a certain extent because the screen is still pretty tiny. But so is the car. Now here, everything is kind of simple and cluttered. It's okay. I like the Abarth logo on the steering wheel. Interesting enough, the boot space actually is pretty decent because today, without any issues, I've managed to chuck all my clutter in. Overall, well, Madam accepts the cabin. Anyway, enough of this boring practicality. Let's put this car into sport mode. For Dan, oh boy. And it just the magic button that transformed this little feisty rocket into what it is supposed to be. You put your foot down and the throttle response is just instant. I mean, it's only actually 7.3 seconds 0 to 100, but it feels like you're driving a goddamn Ferrari. Okay, maybe I got carried away there slightly, but it's just it's just great. I've got a 5-speed manual gearbox. Now there's automatic available if you wanted to, but you really want to have the manual gearbox to get the best out of this car. The clutch pedal is nice and light, the gear change is nice and soft, actually very easy. Now the steering is it's actually quite light, but it is very quick and precise. And the sound this car creates, I mean, honestly, it's just like an angry barking dog. I was gonna say like a little chihuahua, but that would be really insulting. It's more like a German Shepherd. Okay, maybe I got carried away there slightly. But honestly, essentially, it just shuts me up because this car, it just feels amazing. It's blooming. I mean, the fun, the joy you have, all of a sudden from a, quite a cool little car, you really get this Italian blood. It's mixed with Polish blood. Now it's just brilliant, brilliant. Don't really know what to say. How professional of me. Yeah, oh well. Sometimes it happens. So my thoughts on this car as a daily. Well, if you're not a car person, not really your cup of tea. It's a little bit too tiring, it's a little bit too bumpy, too noisy. You can always select the Fiat 500 electric. But if you love cars, look no further. This is just feisty, this is fiery, and it is so much fun. And if anybody can prove you wrong, it's the Italians, because I was not that keen on this car, I must say at first. But now, oh, I'm all in. Honestly, I'm all in. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.